Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today is a very special whip and chatty rant. If you are new here and you don't know what that is, a whip, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on in my life over the past week or so. I am currently working on, it is called Botanical Aviary, and it is from Pam Diamond Paintings. And I will go into a little bit more about how that's going so far in a moment. I am using my brand new little Care Bear pen from Bistro Blanks that I purchased from Elisa, the Diamond Stitcher. She was destashing pens and so graciously thought of me, and I was like, yes. It is the chunkiest pen I own by far. I mean, but it's actually, I always thought the fat pens were uncomfortable to hold, but surprisingly it doesn't hurt my hand, which I'm a little confused about because I always thought the fatter pens hurt my hand, but I think the pen that I was trying it with was a really, really heavy pen, and this, even though it's big, it's not heavy. I mean, like this little thin Amazon pen that I have and this pen, this is not that much heavier than this one. So I don't know, but I'm going to take it. I am using my ergonomic Yellow Dog Designs tray. I love this tray. I did not think I would, but I really do like it. And because I'm left-handed and I hold it in my right hand, if I'm shaking it, like just fits perfectly. And then I also have my Bijou Bliss. Sorry, it has been a day already, guys. And the magnetic part is down on the bottom. I just keep my lid under there. I don't really use it unless I'm, making a mess, which happens often. All right. What else? So, before we do the giveaway, because yes, it's giveaway day. Little update on this canvas. So I did post on my Facebook group. If you want information about that, there is a link in the description box below. I'm having a little hard time with it, and I don't know if it's like operator error or like drills or a combination of the two. So to recap, I thought I was purchasing resin drills when I purchased the kit. Based on how much the kit costs, I just assumed it was resin drills. That is on me. I did not check. And then when I did find out it was acrylic drills, I was like, you know what? Everyone on their Facebook page says that they're amazing, so I'm gonna go with it. And so I got the canvas, I unboxed it, and the kitting up will actually be on Friday, but I wanted to work on this on camera, and I have a special guest for the kitting up. It's not even feeling, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of drills that are kind of popping up and they're not laying flat. And I think that means that there's like a little tabby bit, like this one right here, I'm feeling, and if I push, like it literally just, comes up. And it's not just one particular color. It's kind of happening, in different colors. So I'm not hating on the canvas. I'm not hating on the drills. I don't know if this is how acrylic drills are because I've never actually done a square painting with acrylic drills. So if you have experience with acrylic square drills, please let me know. Because like even just me moving it around, there's a bunch like right here that have kind of popped up a little bit. And so I'm actually kind of afraid to move it around a lot because I keep having to push different diamonds down. But the rendering is really, really nice. And I've seen some things about Pam Diamond Paintings that said like it might be too confetti heavy or there's unnecessary confetti. So far in this section that I've done, I do not feel like that there has been unnecessary confetti. Granted, I'm only on the bottom row and it is more of a stained glass image. So, do with that what you will. But so far the colors and the rendering I feel like is amazing, and I'm really impressed with that. And I don't know if the thing is like maybe like there's some unsticky spots in the glue. I don't feel like there were spots that the drills weren't sticking to glue wise. So again, I'm going to work up another row because, you know, I'm committed. I'm committed, guys. I want this to work because I want this to be a gift. And if I have to, you know, roller it every time and maybe even, you know, seal it one row at a time to help any of these little, you know, popping areas, then so be it. So we got that down. Okay, next. And, oh, my cat's, there's a fly over there. So we have the Pippy release paper giveaway. Yes, if you're here just for that, well then I guess you can leave after this is over, but I hope you're not. So I have, oh geez. I have the YouTube, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, guys, it's been a morning. The link to the video where I had the giveaway stuff in here. And so keyword filter, the keyword was cookie. And I don't want to include any replies that I may have had. So we are going to do 2 winners. And if I pull it up and it's your YouTube name, then you need to email me at crafty-ishkristyn@gmail.com, and I will put the link, description box. Thank you. I was typing it like I was typing it. I'll have a link to my email in the description box, and also have it like, you know, across the screen if you just want to type it in yourself. So without further ado, let us pick the first winner. And we have Patricia and Nikilla. Okay, I'm gonna butcher all of these names. So yeah, here is, okay. Nope. Oh, this is gonna be a mess video, guys. That is our first winner. Congratulations. She says, these release papers would look great with my crafty-ish sticker I received from you. Thank you so much. Thinking about making a cookie-shaped tray. Have a good one. So, yay. Congratulations. Congratulations. So, again, if I pull up your name, then email me at crafty-ishkristyn@gmail.com. There's no hyphen in the crafty-ish because Gmail won't let you do that, with your name and your address. And let's go ahead and do one more. So the second one is Kepi0986. And she says, as I watched this today, my 7-year-old daughter, for some reason, nicknamed me Cookie, no joke, LOL. Yes, kids are fun. They are so fun. Ooh, my screen is filthy. Yikes. So again, email me. And because, guys, because I hit 900 subscribers, we're gonna do one more. I know, just crazy sauce. And it's Sharon Wildboar. She said, I love chocolate chip and caramel cookies. I love your release papers. Have a wonderful day, Kristen. So fantastic. Again, everybody email me with your name and your address info, and the papers will be coming directly from Bee's Crafty Corner. And I know some of you are sad because you did not win. See, a diamond literally just came off on my finger when I was doing that. Some of you might be sad, but you can order your own Pippy the Crafty Peep release papers, featured here, from Bee's Crafty Corner. I will have the information in the description box below, and you just need to order the custom papers, and I will put the direct link there. You get to pick the size, how many you want, if you want glossy or matte, if you want numbered. These are what the numbered ones look like. And then that's, you know, unnumbered, obviously. And then she will ship them to you. All you have to do is add in the description box or send her a message after you place the order and just say, I want the Pippy papers, and she has them on file. And she can do that. I believe her shop is currently like a few days on vacation. But yeah, she will get you taken care of. So I have been yapping for almost 10 dang minutes and no diamond painting has happened. So let me get zoomed in and then let's put some diamonds down. Okay. Oh dear. Duncan is on the table, guys. I don't think you're going to see him because I'm really zoomed in. Okay. Get a drink of soda. All right. Whew. What is going on? I hope everybody is doing great. I didn't even say that. Like I said, this video is going to be a mess. It is going to be a mess. And you know what? It's okay. Because we're all messy. So we're going to start with number 5. All right. So what else has been going on here? Let's see. We had some eye doctor appointments this week. Well, just the one. Just the teenager had eye doctor, and you know, I swear, he's a blinker, right? He's always been a blinker since he was a baby, and yeah, I really hope that's not like getting all weird zoomy. If it is, I cannot fix it at this point. But they have this machine where it takes a picture of like the nerve in your eye, right? And in order to do that, it shoots out like the brightest light known to mankind directly into your open eye. And yeah, he's a blinker. So it's not a fast process. So there's a lot of nope, you blinked. Nope, you blinked. So I literally have to sit there, and I'm not even joking, like use my fingers and pry his eye open like that. So finally they got the pictures, but then the doctor was like, well, I don't like the look of this one nerve, so I want to do another picture. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you joking? Well, the good news is that the machine that they were going to use is, it's a different machine, and there's no flashy light. The bad part is that he has to sit still while the machine is taking a picture. And I'm like, well, that's not that hard. Guys, this machine looked like it was straight out of like the early 90s. Like it was connected to MS-DOS, and you were doing like, what is it? Like the paint program where it's like the chunky, you know, lines, and you could draw like straight lines and jaggedy diagonal lines. This thing was a mess. It sounded like it was doing dial-up, like the AOL, like dial-up, but older. Oh my gosh. So we're sitting there, and the guy's like, okay, you got to sit still. He's like, okay, I'm sitting still. And it's like, okay, hang on. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, okay, go. And it's like, okay, sit still, don't blink. Well, it's like, and it's like clicking and making the most awful noises. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so then, of course, spoiler alert, it took forever. So, of course, he blinked and moved, because I don't even know how a regular human would not be able to blink and not move. And so, oh, no, I do it again. It's like, oh my gosh. So do it like, I don't know, 5 times on each side. Finally, he got a good enough picture. And the doctor's like, oh, no, it's fine. And I'm like, oh, jeez. Well, that's good that it's fine. But it took forever. So then, of course, it's, you know, it's dinner time, because it was right after school. And I swear we were there for an hour. And I had, what is that cat doing? I had said that, you know, we could go and get Menchie's, which is the, like, frozen yogurt, you know, mainly because I wanted Menchie's, let's be real, as a, you know, after eye doctor treat. Well, we go to Menchie's and, you know, get the frozen yogurt. Well, there's a Mod Pizza just right across the parking lot. And he's like, well, can we get Mod? And I'm like, dude, I just spent like $20 on frozen yogurt. He's like, oh, I'm still hungry. And I'm like, oh, geez, maybe the trash can phase is starting, because hasn't really hit that yet. And I'm like, ugh. So, you know, some pleading. And I was like, if you only eat one piece of that pizza, I'm going to be so mad, because I'm going to have spent, you know, $15 bucks on a pizza, and you're only going to eat one piece. So I ordered it through the app, because that's the easiest way of doing it without having to go in and sit there and blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, he goes in, he gets the pizza, and we start driving. And I'm just, you know, paying attention to traffic, as a responsible driver does. And I look over at his pizza, and it's, you know, half gone. And I was like, well, that's, you know, good that he was hungry and he ate the pizza. But I'm going to put a picture of what the pizza looked like, guys, up here. So he got 2 toppings. He likes to get chicken, because I've kind of, you know, used to make him get chicken just so there's another, you know, protein on there. And he got pepperoni. But what is wrong with this picture besides the fact that half the pizza's gone? So yeah, I'll give you a second to look and, you know, just take it in. That is how many pepperonis that they put on that pizza. They put 1 pepperoni per slice. Per slice! I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Now, our local, this isn't the mod that we normally would go to, but our local mod that we would go to, they tend to be very stingy with the pepperoni as well. And I understand if, you know, you're getting, you know, a pizza with like, you know, 10 different toppings. Like, obviously you can't go heavy on all the toppings. But there were 2 toppings. It was pepperoni and chicken. And our mods around here, and if you don't know what mod pizza is, you basically like get to design the pizza however you want. And their whole shtick is like pizza your way. So as many toppings as you want. Like if you want, you know, 10 pounds of pepperoni, you get 10 pounds of pepperoni. Well, not when you order through the app, because there's no way to tell them that you want more of something or less of something. And you can write it in the notes section. But our local mod basically said, no, we never look at the notes because we don't have time. And they also say, and half the time, the notes don't print on the little... Dude, my cat's just almost tipped a chair over. They have some weird zoomies. Oh my gosh, something's in the air. They said that half the time they don't print, so they don't look at the notes. And even if there are notes there, they don't look at them. And I'm like, that's really bad. Because when you order through the app, you can't say like, I want lots of pepperoni, you know, I want it slathered in pepperoni. No, there's no way of saying like heavy pepperoni or light pepperoni, or I just want 2 mushrooms or, you know, whatever. So yeah. So I didn't notice it until we were halfway home, and I was pissed because their, you know, regular size mod pizza, which is a personal size pizza, is, you know, almost $12. And then of course there's a tip line, and I always feel like I have to tip because if I don't, then maybe they're going to spit in my food. So I always tip, and I always think like, oh yeah, they'll see that I tipped. Maybe they'll, you know, make it with love. I don't know. So there were a total of 7 pepperonis on this pizza. There was one in the middle, you know, where they cut it up. So then the pepperoni just got, you know, massacred basically. Yeah. Since this is the second time this has happened, and the first time it happened, I did actually, this is get my little trash drill thingy. I emailed them the first time it happened, and they never responded to me, which I thought was very unprofessional, honestly. So this time I was a little bit snarkier, I gotta say. Yeah, it'd been a long day. And so I was like, you know, we went to Mod after my son's eye doctor, and imagine my surprise when I opened up the pizza box to find that there was 6 pieces of pepperoni on an entire pizza. So yeah, maybe wasn't the best option, but again, I was mad. And, so they did actually respond to me, and they so graciously, guys, they offered me a $5 coupon for my next order. And I was like, really? $5 off for you not giving me any toppings? Like, that doesn't seem like you should give me a free pizza. Like that kind of seems like the right, okay, my cat just jumped over the table. Yeah. And I was like, I don't have time for this garbage right now. So I just was like, you know what? I hope my hair was not in that shot that whole time, because I just realized I was basically resting on the camera. Yeah. So they're giving me $5 off my next order. I was like, well, you know what? I may not ever come back, honestly, because that's just ridiculous. Don't be charging me $12 for a freaking cheese pizza with a little sprinkle of chicken and 6 pepperonis. Because I even said in my email, I said, I go to Domino's and get 2 medium pepperonis for carry out for $6.99 each. And it's going to have a crap ton of pepperoni on them. So, and I could feed more than one person. So yeah, I know. I even said, you know, I understand that things cost more. and that, you know, times are tough. You know, companies are losing money, even though they keep charging us more. But still, like, if you're going to scrimp the customer, then let them know that in advance so they're not expecting something only to, you know, not get it. Because if I would have gone in and stood in line, they would have put as much pepperoni on there as I would have asked. And they probably would not have even tried to pull the one pepperoni per slice garbage. Absolutely not. So, yeah, I was a little pissy, which, you know, it happens. So that was, I don't know what day that was. That was one day last week. Then the next day, I had to go to one of my least favorite places in all of mankind, and that is Dave & Buster's. And if you don't know what Dave & Buster's is, I think I just put those on the wrong, nope, I put them on the right drills. I just didn't do it right. Dave & Buster's is like a arcade place, but, you know, like, they're like, I don't know, if one of their drawing points is like that they also have like an adult bar and a sports bar, and which I don't drink, so I don't really get to partake in any of those activities. But it's loud. It's very, very loud and flashy and overstimulating. So I had to supervise some children there, and I was ready to go after about 10 minutes, honestly. But, you know, parents, they gotta suck it up. So even though my anxiety was raging, I still ordered myself a plate of nachos that were not that good, honestly. And I had some tea, and I diamond painted some coasters. And I thought I was like almost done, right? I was like, oh yeah, no, we're done. It's like, oh, one kid's like, oh no, I still have points. And I'm like, okay, could you go use them, please? Because we've been here for 2 hours and I am done. But it was funny the night before. The night before Dave & Buster's, like after the eye doctor incident and all that stuff, it's like 8:30 and my phone vibrates, and it's one of my son's friends' moms. And she's like, hey, Kristen, it's so nice of you to take, you know, blah, 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 her kid's name, to Dave & Buster's tomorrow. And I'm like, huh? I had agreed to take one kid to Dave & Buster's. I did not agree to take multiple children. I was like, like very confused. So I called the child into my bedroom, and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, well, yeah, you said you would take my friends. And I'm like, no. I said I would take one person. I did not say I would take multiple people. And he's like, no, you said that, you know, this. And I said, no, I said you could meet up with him there because you said he was going there. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I told him that he could come with us. And I'm like, dang it. Which it was fine. It's, I mean, you know, the kids are all good. They're not, you know, like little jerks or anything like that, but still. So I had one more child than I was originally anticipating, and I was like, well, I'm glad you texted me, because I would have been questioning why your kid was trying to get into my car after school, and I would have had to try to follow through to make sure that that was in fact actually okay with, you know, mom, because I don't like to just pick up random kids because they say that it's okay with their parent, you know? I don't need to be getting myself into trouble or, you know, liability, lawsuits, whatever it may be. Hello, Duncan. Oh, he wants to say hi, guys. Your butt is almost in the glue, so you need to back it up. I'm already having enough problems with this, so no thank you. I don't need to try to figure out how to re-stick the glue. Oh, speaking of glue, my Bella canvas replacement should be here today, I think, unless we have some freeway issues right now, and so it may not be coming today because the freeway is closed because a giant semi hit an overpass of a bridge, and the semi almost went off of the bridge, and now the freeway is closed both ways. So that's fun. Luckily nobody was hurt, but it's causing all of the semi trucks that go down that freeway to go through the area in our town. Okay, that is not a good spot for you, dude. Not a good spot. So yeah, it may not be here today, and that's fine. I have things to work on, but I really do want to work on that one. That's Fairy Friend. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, guys. I swear, things are just weird today. And let's see. So yeah, so I was in charge of children at Dave & Buster's. Luckily, I did eventually get to leave. But two of the kids, my son and his friend, were trying, they come up and they're like, so we have a proposition. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, I am literally at Dave & Buster's and it is 8:30 and I want to be done with this. So what is your thing? And I knew they were going to like go, yep, can we have a sleepover? And I'm like, ah. But the plot twist was that the other kid's mom said it was okay for them to go to their house. And I'm like, oh, I don't care about that. Shh, please, let's leave right now. But they had to spend their points, which, I mean, it's all a bunch of garbage. It's literally a bunch of garbage. I could order something faster on Amazon and have it overnighted to me than the amount of time it takes for kids to go and figure out like how they're going to spend their points that they earned at the arcade thing. Like, it's ridiculous. So I know I'm missing symbols. I'm just, yeah, just going with it. So, all right, what should we do next, Duncan? Yeah, good answer, buddy. Good answer. Let's do Y. Y looks like a nice pinky purpley color. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So, randomly, I was checking my email because, you know, I do that several times a day. And I hadn't looked at comments for a few days because I just, you know, was busy and, you know, lifing and all that jazz. And there was a thing from YouTube and it said something about a super thanks. And I'm like, what the heck is a super thanks? Like, I've seen people like talk about stuff and it's like, you haven't responded to your super thanks. And I'm like, what the heck is a super thanks? I had no idea. So I clicked on the thing and I'm like trying to figure it out. And I was like, oh my gosh, somebody sent me money. Like literally, I had no idea what it was. So I'm not going to name names, but thank you. Very kind. Never expect anything, guys. Like I literally expect nothing from any of you. You know, I'm just grateful that like people willingly want to hang out with me and craft. So yeah. But I felt like an idiot because both my kids are like, yeah, that's when somebody sends you money. I'm like, dude, I have no idea how that works. Like, I've never set anything up like that. I just, yeah, I'm a little simple-minded. But yes, big thank yous. And I have 2 pieces of mail coming to my post office box. And I'm like, what? Like, again, I have not gone to the post office box yet because, I'm a lazy, number one, and it doesn't say things are there yet. And I don't fully trust our post office area. Like, just because something says it's going to be on a certain day doesn't mean it's going to be. Sorry, I have like a little bit too much alien putty on my thing. I tried to top it off, but it's kind of like squishing and squashing out the sides. I feel like my voice is going out too. The cherry blossoms around us are blooming and they are beautiful, but they are causing so much sneezing from pretty much the entire house, honestly. We're all just like sneezing and hacking and nose blowing. Ugh. So, but they're beautiful. Yeah, my daughter, she thought cherry blossoms weren't real. I think she just thought they existed in Minecraft, even though like they line the street that we live on. But she's just never paid attention. So when I said, look at how pretty the cherry blossoms are, she's like, those are real? And I'm like, yes. She's like, oh, I've seen them in Minecraft, but I didn't know they were real. I'm like, oh my goodness, children these days. She also didn't think axolotls were real because she just thought they existed in Minecraft as well. And I'm like, no, those are a real animal, but I don't really know much about axolotls, but I do know about, cherry blossoms and trees that have, beautiful pink things. The only bad part is when they, when the blooms die off and like if it's windy or if it rains and they all just kind of like into the road, then they're not as exciting looking, but they're magical while they last. And if you ever are in Washington and you're in Seattle around March, the University of Washington campus has a bunch of cherry blossoms, and people literally travel here just to see the cherry blossoms. And I'm not that dedicated because, number one, I don't want to go to Seattle because it's a dumpster fire. And number two, I literally can just drive around my neighborhood and there's enough cherry blossoms where I don't have to, you know, get the perfect Instagram picture and, you know, pose under the cherry blossoms or whatever. I'll just go to the Kohl's and there's some cherry blossom trees in the parking lot. And I bet I could try to like get a semi, you know, artsy picture and save myself the headache of trying to go downtown Seattle. So yeah. Let's see. All right. So far, I have not been finding as much trash, but I don't know if that's because I'm not in my normal diamond painting area, and I have a lot more lights at my easel than I do at the dining room table. Like, it looks really bright, like right now, but it's a little shadowy. So hopefully I'm not screwing myself over. So, and I hope nobody was like trying to like, was thinking that I was like, you know, bashing this canvas or the drills or whatever. Again, I haven't done enough of it. It's just, I honestly don't know if this is how acrylic drills are supposed to be. If they are like a little more temperamental, maybe, I don't know. So please, if you've done acrylic squares, let me know. Cause I mean, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I mean, I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Let's see. Yeah, so the kitting up will be on Friday. I was going to wait, but I was like, no, because I have this canvas and then I have the Trinity of Peace, but I did that last week and I kind of had a feeling the Bella canvas would not be here in time for me to film this. So yeah, I was like, well, we're cutting in line, guys. We're cutting in line. It's fine. But I did have some videos pre-recorded just because my son has his surgery this week, and I did not want to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't put out a video. I mean, obviously, like, you know, I'm not like a Mr. Beast where I have to have a video out a certain day at a certain time or anything like that. But still, I did try to pre-record a few things. So if you would not mind keeping him in your thoughts and prayers on Thursday, I know it'll be fine. You know, he's just nervous because he's never had anything done before. I've never really even been in like the hospital besides the emergency room trip we had right before Christmas. So yeah, I'm just, you know, ugh. I don't like the unknown of just, you know, like, okay, like I don't even know what time. And so my phone may ring and I may have to stop recording and then come back because I don't even know what time the surgery is. Because they take them in order of age, right? So obviously they take the babies, you know, first because they can't explain to babies like, no, you can't have any food 2 hours before surgery. Yeah, they don't understand that. So they go in age order. But I mean, we had to schedule this like so far in advance. I'm like, you don't kind of have an idea of what the age order is by now? It's in 2 days. So, and because he's, you know, 14, I'm assuming he's going to be like the later end of the line, which, you know, I don't want to be out too late, you know, because what if I have to go pick up medications? And again, they're supposed to call. And I'm like, could you please call me? I'm like, it would make me feel a little bit, you know, better. Anyways, so, but you know, you go to the store and you load up on, you know, comfort foods and all that. I'm probably going to make corned beef and cabbage on Saturday. I didn't make it on, you know, the holiday, St. Patrick's Day, because I knew he would probably want it after the surgery, so. And I personally don't like corned beef. I think it smells like cat food. So I always make sure I have something I want to eat. The whole house smells like it, and it's just no. But everybody, you know, well, no. Me and my daughter, we're not fans. So we always try to get sushi or something for ourselves when I make corned beef. So everybody else gets what they like, and we get what we like. It's a win-win. Why am I trying to put 3 of those right there? Yeah, I feel very bajiggity, like bleh, all over the place. So if this is your first video, I'm a little more composed and put together. Not much, but a little bit. Yeah. So this morning we had to go to school early because we had tutoring, and it's the first time. So a little, you know, a little nervous. So we were there early, and then like there's nobody in the office because I had a question. I'm like, okay, but they're doing the PACTs. And so I think they were, you know, going and setting stuff up and whatnot. And then as I was driving home, I'm like, why are there so many semis out here? Like, you know, the road that his school's on is it's very like in kind of like the woods and rural. I can never say it right, guys. And so I was like, there are a lot of semis. And so there's like one spot, you know, where there's the freeway entrance, and all the lights are timed, and sometimes they're not timed well. And so I'm like, why is this taking forever to get through this area? It was so weird. And then I get home and I realize, oh, there was an accident. And so, like their, you know, bridge was hit and all that jazz. But, I guess I looked and it said that, that that whole freeway area could be closed for a while because the bridge that the semi-truck hit, it goes over both lanes of traffic, both directions. And so both directions of, you know, traffic were closed off. And so then they were detouring everybody, and it goes down the road that, my kid's school's on. I'm like, oh, that's going to be ugly. So I got to make sure I leave with plenty of time to spare today, because I don't know what it's going to be like. And so they said it could be closed for, I don't know how long they can close it for, because it's a main road that all the semi-trucks use. And it's just, you know, yeah, you can go around, but it's a pain for sure. And then it just, you know, causes, you know, the little like city, I shouldn't say we live in the city because it's not really city-ish, but, you know, the little town area that we live in, then all these giant trucks are, you know, going through town, and ugh. I'm like, I'm so glad I don't have to like commute to work, because I would be a horrible commuter, because I would just be literally screaming at people. And when people try to get in front of you, like, oh, I'm merging, I didn't realize this lane ended, when you see the same people trying to merge in front of you every single day. Yeah, been there, done that. So, nope. Okay, I just realized I did not eat lunch. So, the can of Dr. Pepper Zero on an empty stomach is going to be interesting later. No wonder I feel a little jittery. Oh my goodness. Okay, doing all the pinks. The pinks make me happy. So we did have an incident at school, and I'm just going to preface, words are hard today, guys, this, and I don't want to offend anyone, so if I offend you, I'm not trying to, but, and it's a big but, I am not a sports fan, and if you've been here a while, you probably know that. You know what? If you want to be a sports fan, that's cool, dude. Whatever. Like, we all can like different things. Okay. So, I never liked gym class as a kid. I have never been athletic. I've never cared to be athletic. And unfortunately, like, my husband was not super athletic either. He was on, I think, swim team or something. But we're not competitive people. Like, we're not sports competitive people. We're not on select sports teams. Our kids are not on select sports teams. Like, we don't pay, you know, 10 grand a year for our kids to be the best at soccer or baseball or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? If that's what you want to do and your kids enjoy it, like, that is amazing that you have found something that your kids like. Okay. Is that enough prefacing? So, I cannot stand when kids have been, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say encouraged, but when kids think that every dang thing in their lives has to be a competition, that they have to win at everything. And I don't know if it's like a personal thing or if their parents are pushing them. I don't know. I'm not trying to like push my ideas or, you know, whatever's on anyone. But again, so many buts in this conversation. I don't like it when one of my kids is made to feel bad about themselves because they're not good at sports. And I can understand if they were on a team, you know, like people are paying to be on this team. Maybe you're trying to like, you know, get a scholarship for something or whatever. Like, that's a little different. But when you are in gym class and a kid is literally like sighing and throwing his hands up in the air and moaning and groaning about every person on that team that is not, you know, catching the ball and doing the sports thing that they're supposed to do because this person is just athletically gifted in every dang thing they do, and the other teammates are not, you know, pulling their weight in their, you know, words. I don't like your kid then. So, just saying, because I don't want any kid to feel bad because they're not good at sports. Because sports do not mean that you're going to be the greatest at anything. And it really pisses me off. And it's hard because so many things are sports oriented. And, oh, your kid doesn't do sports. Well, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Are they just not, like, I actually had one person say, oh, does he have like a handicap or something? Or it's like, no, because my kid doesn't want to do sports. You think they're handicapped? Like, I mean, good God. First of all, like, not okay to ask anybody that ever, because it's none of your business. Even if like my kids did have something, you know, that was limiting them from prohibiting or whatever, but it's like, maybe my kids just don't care. I just, guys, sorry. I know it's just, that's a big tangent. And yeah. So we had an incident where there was a kid who was definitely not being kind to his teammates and, you know, making lots of hemming and hawing, throwing his hands up in the air, like, you know, And of course, you know, the teacher doesn't see this, which I'm like, how is the teacher not seeing this? I'm sorry. So yeah, I had to write another email that day, guys. And, yeah, so I'm like, it's PE sports. Okay. Now, again, if this was like a select team, right? Like, you know, we're trying to go to state championships and nationals and whatever else. Like, I don't even know. Hi, Duncan. Yes, I put the drills in your spot. I'm sorry. Then I can understand, like, you know, having that competitive nature. But you're literally playing like basketball in PE class. Like, there's no money involved in winning. There's no trophy. There's no plaque. There's no, like, there's nothing. You're not going out for the damn Olympics. It's freaking PE. So, yeah. I don't think people, last week was not a good week to be on my naughty list because I was firing emails off right and left. So, but apparently the student did not realize that he was making the other students feel bad. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, and again, I don't know if it's personal pressure that, you know, makes, you know, kids be, you know, super competitive. I know there are kids that are, but then, you know, you also see parents who are getting into fistfights at Little League games because they don't like how the ump called something. So I don't know. And I'm not trying to imply that, you know, any parent is pushing competitiveness on their child. But if your kid is going to be a dick to one of my kids, because that they did not hit the ball in the manner that you think it is, you're going to be dealing with me. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So, hi, Duncan. Boop. So, on to happier things. What else is happy? Happy, happy, happy. So I get my canvas today. Yay. 3 people got release papers. So sorry. I'm not trying to be all negative. I feel like this video has been really negative, and I'm not trying to be. Could you? Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the boop. Thank you for that. I cannot see anything. I can't see anywhere in this canvas. So we're just gonna move on. Move on from that color. I will say this is very slippery tray. I like it. Like they slide very nicely in the Bijou Bliss. Haha, got it right. Only the 5th try, but it's okay, Duncan. I know I'm a mess. I'm a mess. If you have gotten here, that's one thing I was gonna write. I had things written down on my list, and I'm not even looking at my list. If you requested a Pippy the Crafty Peep sticker, and it's been like 2 or 3, no, let's say 3 or more weeks, and you haven't got one, let me know, because I have been trying to send them out weekly. I know some areas, like, you know, I know we have, you know, people in different countries, but some of the England ones went really fast. But I know like places, you know, like South Africa and stuff can definitely be a little more leisurely with their delivery times. But like, especially if you're in like the US and it's been more than 2 weeks or so, then let me know and I will resend one, because yeah. Oh, there's my mom's phone. So loud. Oh my gosh. So I will say these black drills, no, that is one color that if I could, I would replace them. Because there's a lot of, and I guess this is just typical with acrylics. So see, for example, let's see if you can, well, let's zoom. One thing, like, they definitely don't line up. They're like, I feel like they're lighter than the resin drills. They don't, what do you call it? I don't know. They don't line up in the tray as nicely as the resin drills. I will say that. But there's lots of them, like, let's see, come here, you little jerk. Like, oh geez. Oh, watch me fail. Watch me fail. Like that one, for example. Like that one's like super chunky, right? But there's a lot of them that have the kind of like bent in sides, like they're not even. And I guess that's, you know, that's one of the hallmarks of acrylic drills. Oh my gosh, I should have taken that one out. Oh geez. Which again, I've never really worked with squares, so oh, like this one. That one's like, oh, you can't even see it. But anyways, so I don't know. I'm trying to be really picky with the drills that I use, so I don't have the popping thing. And if I do seal like a row at a time or whatever, I will update you guys. But it probably won't be this weekend, because I don't know if I'm going to get to do any diamond painting. I'm hoping that, you know, it's just like a chill, sit around, you know, and do nothing weekend. But again, we will see. We will see. I am making breakfast casserole for dinner tonight. French toast casserole is like, I normally don't make it for dinner. It's usually, you know, like a holiday breakfast thing, but it sounded good to me. And so I figured it might sound good to the rest of the family members. And I have a lot of canned pumpkin that I purchased from Trader Joe's like 2 years ago. And I need to start using it, you know, before it expires. I know it doesn't like expire, but in my brain, expiration date means you need to use it or it's going to explode and kill everyone in your family. So I try. Like some things I'll let it, you know, push a little bit, but still, after a year, no. And you cannot change my mind on that. So there's that. All right. So yeah, definitely the blacks are, The blacks are not my favorite. I mean, black is never my favorite color to put down anyways, just because I do feel like you have to be more careful with your blacks. At least in the diamond paintings I get, I always feel like the blacks are the more trashy of the crew. Let's see. All right. What else? What else was I going to talk about? Was there anything like super important? Excuse you. Rude. Typing over my drills. Got our taxes done, so that was exciting. Do not owe any money. That is exciting. My mom does though, but she's got lots of like, you know, investment type stuff, and so she always has to pay like a little something. But I did say, I think it was funny because she owed $494. I was like, my gosh, you're expensive. But it's all a joke, guys. That was good. And we went to Bartell Drugs. If you are not from, I don't know how far Bartell Drugs is, but it's like a local drugstore. But they've been closing a lot of locations because, you know, times are tough, guys. Times are freaking tough, and businesses are going under right and left. I know a lot of downtown Seattle ones closed because of theft and, you know, vandalism, and employees weren't feeling safe. Go figure. But around here, I think it was just kind of more lack of sales. But it was kind of disappointing. I really was, you know, like, Bartell's used to be like the drugstore. You could find weird stuff at Bartell's, you know, like stuff you couldn't find other places. And I just was kind of walking around and I'm like, I don't know. I think the internet has ruined us because we can get anything we want from the internet, right? Like you don't have to go somewhere like to find something kind of unique and different. Now you just, you know, click on a few pages and add your cart, and whoa, what happened? I lost some drills. And yeah, so, but the one Easter candy that I want that I have not been able to find is the, what do you call them? The Russell Stover coconut nests. And like the coconut nests, you know, back in my day, they used to, you know, be like the chocolate nest, like covered in coconut. And then it had a green, like probably like white chocolate, but it was tinted green, like a little bow drawn on the side. And then it came with like 4 really stale jelly beans. Like I never ate the jelly beans because they were rock hard. Like they were probably from like 2 years ago. And then over time, you know, I think they got rid of the, you know, the white chocolate bow drawing, and then they got rid of the jelly beans, which was fine by me because, again, they were gross. But I have not been able to find them yet. And we went to Bartell's and we went to Walmart and nothing. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh dear. I mean, you know, I don't know. And of course they're smaller than they used to be too. And, you know, my mom's new phrase is shrinkflation. It's the shrinkflation. And that's, I think what she saw it on the news. So it's got to be real. But, you know, so all these, you know, companies keep saying like, well, it's inflation, but they're actually making money. They're actually making profits, but everything is costing everybody else more, which, you know, sounds about right. So no coconut nests for me yet. I could order them on Amazon, but I was like, no, I mean, do I really need more candy? Probably not. And then I just saw that Joann's is filing for, I don't know if they're filing for bankruptcy or like bankruptcy protection. I didn't actually read the article. I just saw it and I went, oh no, Joann's. And then I, you know, scrolled past it. Because honestly, our Joann's has gotten kind of not good, you know. But I feel like that's, you know, most craft stores, right? I just throw my pen down like, you know, they start focusing on like, you know, like they have to go with the trends, right? Those do not look straight. Okay, try again. They have to go with the trends and, you know, what's going to sell. And so, you know, fortunately, when your craft isn't the trendy craft and you go to Joann's, you're going to be a little disappointed because you're not going to be able to find anything you want to buy. And so I know since I started diamond painting, like I never find anything at my local stores. I think the first Diamond Art Club I bought was at Joann's. It was Joann's or Michael's. I'm not sure which one. Whichever one that used to have the Diamond Art Club, and it was Abstract Cat. And after that, like our local Joann's had no diamond paintings. Like, I don't know if they just stopped carrying them or they just stopped stocking them. I don't know. So it's kind of a bummer, right? I mean, I've never been able to buy a pen or a tray or, you know, wax or anything at a physical store. Although I did just see that Miss Jamie, one of my very, very loyal subscribers and friends, she is starting her own YouTube channel. And she posted that she found some like the little wax crayons and jewelry picker-upper thingy at Hobby Lobby. And I was like, oh. And I bought like the pretty placers on Etsy, but they were like 12 bucks each for a wax crayon. I mean, granted, they're cute and, you know, they smell good. But yeah, getting 4 crayon things for like $3, that's a better deal. So I will put her link below. And another one of my subscriber friends is doing her own YouTube, and I think her first official video might actually be up, and that is Miss Jill. And I think the name, I'm gonna butcher it because today I'm a mess. I think it's like Diamond Painting with Edwards, and Jamie's is, I think, is it BassingirlCrafts or BassingirlCrafts? I don't know. Again, I'm a mess, so I will really try hard to remember. I'm gonna write that down right now actually because I don't trust my brain. YouTube links. Okay. Can I read my own handwriting? No. That is not enough for 939. Again, I'm a mess. What else? What else did I need to say? No idea, guys. No idea. Why is my cat staring at me? I'm pretty sure he's judging me. He has been assuming that every time somebody goes in the kitchen that he's getting a treat. And, you know, his back haunches are getting a little haunchy, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm like, I don't think, oh, what is this from? I hope that diamond was from my tray and not this canvas. I don't know. I don't think that he should be getting a treat every time he goes into the kitchen for just existing. I mean, if that was the case, then I should get a treat every time I go in the kitchen too. And nobody is giving me treats. So he's been very, very vocal about no! You almost tipped over my Dr. Pepper onto the canvas. So that would have been the end of the video, guys. I would have screamed some very, very unkind words at my cat. And I know some people don't like hearing me yell at my cats, but yeah. Sometimes it's gonna happen. All right, we got some of those M's. I swear that 939 looks exactly like the black, even in like under lights, and I can't tell the difference, honestly. Yes, so my son he helped out at church on Sunday, and my daughter was super excited because he's helping out in the kids area. And so she was so proud that her big brother was helping. Unfortunately, because she was so proud, she basically had a death grip on him and would not let him leave her side. So I don't know how helpful he was. And that's not putting anything on him. Like, she literally was, he's like, no, she wouldn't let go of me. And I'm like, yeah. Well, maybe after the first time, then, you know, the newness will wear off. So, yeah. And I'm like, well, she's just excited, you know. She's got to show off the big brother and all that jazz. So, but, yeah. because at school, because, you know, it's a private school, they have to have a certain amount of volunteer hours. And so I was like, we need to get some of those volunteer hours in because it is March and the end of the school is, pardon you, no, you know, the end of the school year is fast approaching, which is terrifying to think of. But it is March. It's mid-March already. It's past mid-March. I mean, it's practically April, and then it's going to be practically May. So, oh, speaking of April, look at me. Miss Katya at Carpe Diem does diamond painting. She is trying to set up an event, and I believe, again, I'm probably, seriously, Kat, it's going to be called, I believe, I will have it in the description box. That description box is going to be chock full of goodness this week, guys. I think it's DP Mashup 24. And basically, from what I gather, and I could be gathering wrong, is to maybe use a canvas that, you know, maybe like the drills were, you know, garbage or whatever, or you didn't like, I don't know, you didn't like how it was turning out or something, and then use different drills for either like the same symbols or, you know, switch up the drill color. Like, you know, so like, for example, like I could, if I did this kit, you know, I could maybe, instead of, you know, M being, you know, 939, then I could just, you know, change the sticker and it would be a completely different color. So, or, you know, using up spare drills and changing the colors and, you know, maybe making something abstract or something along those lines. And I could be butchering this, guys. I really could be. But I was actually thinking about this when I was doing my stash video, because I have the 3 Crafty-ish canvases, and I don't know, I mean, I got 3 of them of the same canvas. Oh my gosh. And so I was thinking that maybe I could use like my spare drills, like I have round drills, right? That I don't keep from my budget canvases. I just put them in a jar. So I was thinking, what if I could like multi-place them all over the canvas in a completely random pattern, you know, to kind of make like an abstract wall art and to use up some of those drills, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's going to be time to be done. And then maybe like, if like, obviously the round drills aren't going to line them up on the square just because, you know, round drills are bigger than square drills. But if it's like too far off, you know, then I could maybe do, you know, just a completely random, or if it looks weird on the background, because I mean, the background's going to look weird anyways, then maybe what I could do is use like some mica powder or some glitter or something and, you know, dust it at the end to maybe get rid of like the grid lines, because it's going to be wonky. Maybe I'll just keep the wonkiness and it'll remind me of how scatterbrained and all over the place I am. So yeah, I will have that in the description box below. Oh yeah, I can tell. I think my voice is going out. It's the stupid allergies. All right, I need to go because I need to clean this up because I got to go figure out if I can even get to school the way that I normally go because of all of the trafficage and the semis ruining bridges and all of that garbage. So again, congratulations, winners. Please email me with your name and address, and I will get those ordered and sent off to you. And I'm sure there's something I forgot to say that I was going to say, and I will remember. But that's a later Kristen problem, not a right now Kristen problem. So until next time, guys, big awkward hugs. Thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. I'm not good at saying all the thank yous because I'm, you know, I don't take compliments well, but I truly, truly appreciate it. And onwards and upwards. Bye, guys.